At a time when the legal landscape is so complicated, both individuals and corporations are looking for strategies to protect themselves from potential legal dangers while simultaneously reducing their expenses. Legal services that are paid for in advance and legal plans such as LegalShield have become more popular solutions since they provide access to legal counsel for a predetermined charge. On the other hand, there is frequently a lack of uncertainty around whether or not LegalShield and prepaid legal services are the same thing. For the purpose of providing clarity on these options, we will go into the distinctions between prepaid legal services and LegalShield in this video. Prepaid legal services. Through the use of a subscription-based business model, prepaid legal services allow individuals or businesses to gain access to a variety of legal services in exchange for a predetermined cost that is paid on a monthly or annual basis. Consultations, document evaluations, contract drafting, and representation in specific legal cases are all examples of the services that can be provided by these professionals. When subscribers want legal assistance, prepaid legal services are designed to offer them with assistance that is both affordable and predictable, regardless of the circumstances. There are no hourly costs or additional charges for legal consultations when you use prepaid legal services, which is one of the most important characteristics of these services. Those who subscribe to the prepaid legal service provider have the ability to consult with a network of attorneys who are linked with the provider in order to receive advice on a variety of legal concerns without having to worry about the prices increasing. This strategy is especially appealing to individuals and small enterprises who have limited resources and are looking for a way to proactively address legal risks without breaking the bank. LegalShield. One of the most well-known providers of legal plans, LegalShield operates within the scope of prepaid legal services. On the other hand, it differentiates itself from competitors by providing a more extensive range of legal services that are included in its subscription arrangements. LegalShield plans typically provide additional services in addition to the standard legal consultations and document evaluations. These features include protection against identity theft, access to a dedicated law firm, and representation in a wider variety of legal problems as compared to other plans. LegalShield is often partnered with particular law firms in order to provide legal services to its users. This is in contrast to traditional prepaid legal services, which connect subscribers with a network of independent attorneys. The selection of these law firms is frequently based on their competence in a variety of legal fields as well as their capacity to provide LegalShield customers with legal assistance of the highest possible quality. Key differences. Scope of services. Legal services that are paid for in advance often provide a fundamental bundle of legal services, which may include consultations and document evaluations. LegalShield, on the other hand, may offer a wider variety of services, the likes of which include protection against identity theft and representation in a wider variety of legal concerns. Provider network. There is a possibility that customers of prepaid legal services will be connected with a network of independent attorneys who have been contracted to provide legal assistance. In the meanwhile, LegalShield frequently collaborates with particular law firms in order to provide its members with legal counseling services. A structure of costs. There may be variations in the cost structures of prepaid legal services and LegalShield, despite the fact that both services are based on a subscription platform. In order to accurately reflect the additional services that are included in the subscription, LegalShield plans may have higher prices. Quality of legal representation. The agreement that LegalShield has formed with particular law firms makes it possible for the organization to provide a more uniform quality of legal representation to its entire membership base. When it comes to the level of legal assistance that is supplied, the quality of prepaid legal services, which are depending on a network of freelance attorneys, can vary. Which option is right for you? In the end, the decision between prepaid legal services and LegalShield is determined by the precise legal demands you have as well as your financial constraints. It is possible that a standard prepaid legal service would be sufficient for your needs if you require basic legal assistance on a regular basis and would prefer an option that is more cheap. On the other hand, if you are looking for a more comprehensive selection of legal services and extra advantages, such as protection against identity theft, LegalShield might be the better option for you. despite the fact that its monthly fees might be more. It is vital to thoroughly analyze the terms of the subscription before making a commitment to any legal service provider. This includes the scope of services, the provider network, and the fee structure. If you want to get a better idea of the level of service that the provider provides, you should also think about getting recommendations from reliable sources or reading reviews written by current or previous members. Although LegalShield and prepaid legal services both use a subscription-based approach to providing legal assistance, there are significant variations between the two in terms of the range of services they offer, the provider network they utilize, and the pricing system they employ. If you are aware of these distinctions, you will be able to make an educated choice on which alternative is most suitable for meeting your legal requirements and taking into account your financial concerns.